Hey everybody, it's Emma and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about recycling. So here's the deal with recycling. It's actually more complicated than you think. Everybody probably thinks I'm just going to throw my plastics, can, glass, and cardboard into my recycling bin, out of sight, out of mind, it'll be taken away and there's no more work on my part. But that's not necessarily true. Recycling actually has quite a few rules that we need to follow to make sure that all of our items get recycled, but not a lot of people know that, and that's the issue. So today I'm going to give you 6 things that you probably didn't know about recycling. Number 1, only 9% of plastic ever created has been recycled, and that just blows my mind that 91% of plastic ever created is sitting in a landfill or floating in our ocean somewhere. And that's not to say that consumers are to blame. There are a lot of materials out there made out of plastic that truly aren't recyclable, or they take too much time, effort, and money to recycle, so they're just thrown away instead. So something you can do to help this is to buy as little plastic as possible, and when you do buy plastic, make sure it's recyclable. Number 2, you cannot recycle anything if it has any sort of food waste on it, no matter the material. If you've got a glass jar that was full of marinara sauce, but it still has some on the rim, you can't recycle it. If you have a yogurt container that you didn't rinse out, can't be recycled. The list goes on. So if you don't rinse out your materials that you're trying to recycle, this can increase the risk that your entire bin may not be recycled. Because if one piece is contaminated, it's possible that your entire bin can be contaminated. And the common misconception is that you can recycle pizza boxes, which is not true because the grease soaks into the bottom. Number 3 is that plastics have to be sorted before they can be processed at the recycling plant. And that's because plastics have 7 types. So the most common are 1s and 2s, which are what water bottles are made out of, which are 1s, and then 2s are stuff like milk cartons and laundry detergent. Numbers 3 through 7 are the ones that I mentioned earlier that are hard to recycle or are near impossible to recycle, and that is just because they're typically thin plastics like Ziploc bags, cling wrap, bread bags, stuff like that. So the general rule with plastics is if you're not sure, call your local recycling facility and they can tell you. Number 4 is that aluminum and glass can be recycled infinitely, and what that means is every time that it's processed, it doesn't lose any of its quality. On the other hand, plastic and cardboard do lose some of their quality during the recycling process. Plastic can only be recycled 1 or 2 times, which is one big reason that you should avoid plastic, is because once it's reached its capacity for being recycled, it has to be thrown away. There's no other choice. Paper and cardboard can be recycled 5 to 7 times, and once it's at its capacity for being recycled, it can just be composted, and it will naturally break down, unlike plastic. Number 5, there are a lot of materials out there that are commonly mistaken for being recyclable, and some of those are stickers, bottle caps, cling wrap, styrofoam, photo paper, plastic utensils, juice pouches, straws, toothpaste, and bubble wrap, just to name a few. There are of course more, and some of these actually can be recycled depending on your center, but generally they are not recyclable. So when in doubt, call your local recycling facility to see what you can and cannot put in your bin. Number 6, there are a lot of materials that can be recycled, they just can't be recycled on your curbside pickup. So some of those include grocery bags, Ziploc bags, electronics, produce bags, and frozen item bags, such as frozen fruit, frozen broccoli. Why did I specify broccoli? So bags like that you would find in the freezer aisle or that you would gather your groceries in, or produce bags, those can all be collected and taken to most grocery stores. They usually have a bin that you can dump these in at the entrance. That includes Ziploc bags as well. You can take those to your local grocery store. As for electronics, you typically have to take them to a recycling facility, but as always, call your local recycling facility to see if they will pick up electronics for you. And if your recycling facility doesn't take the item that you're trying to recycle, don't throw it away right away. There is a website, I'll post it down here, that does give you a lot of information and different companies that will take random items like chapstick tubes, toothpaste, juice pouches, bubble wrap, glasses, shoes, the list goes on for them as well. So if you're really adamant about recycling everything that you can, make sure you check out this website and see what they can accept that your local facility will not accept. Well, I hope this video was helpful and kind of shined some light on the recycling world and kind of busted a few myths about recycling. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any other tips or comments about recycling, don't forget to comment them below. And don't forget to share this video as well. There are a lot of people out there who are very uneducated about recycling, and that is why such a small number of things produced actually get recycled, is because we are just not educated. So don't forget to educate yourselves. I will have listed below all of the websites that I got some of my information from, and feel free to check them out and research for yourself. As always, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. Bye.